Denis, thank you very much for joining me. Now, Denis, do you think that Parliament actually needs this radical action and actual reform? And if that is the case, what do you think would be your top thing that you would change?
It certainly needs something. I mean, when there are reported 57 MPs to some parliamentary committee to investigate sex pest allegations, when women staff in the House of Commons form a WhatsApp group to name 25 MPs amongst themselves, never be alone in a lift or a room with them, that is absolutely dreadful and unacceptable. I think it's becoming as bad as the MP's expenses scandal. We've got a problem, of course, when we have a Prime Minister who referred to hot toddy and said, men, take control of your women. It starts at the top. There are far too many. You just watch Prime Minister's Question Times, particularly on the Tory side. There's serried ranks of management consultants behind Boris Johnson. You had that disgusting attack on Angela Rayner by the Tory press last week. It really needs sorting out.
Angela Rayner, because I mean, OK, it was nonsense that the press made such a big deal out of that when Angela herself had sort of made comments that weren't particularly, they kind of sounded like, you know, there was a bit of on both sides there. So for me, personally, you know, that one doesn't work for me. But I do agree that it does seem to be something that needs to be reworked here. And obviously it's been going on for decades, not just since Boris was there. I mean, it is. Do you think that the idea that if half the MPs are women would really make that much of a difference?
25 years ago, we had the famous Labour landslide, and suddenly the Labour benches were absolutely chock-a-block with women, and Labour has massively increased the share of its women MPs, and yet there are two shadow cabinet ministers said to be reported to this Commons investigation organisation on sex pest allegations. It needs absolutely ruthless action. You shouldn't have had to wait on Neil Parish. He should have been suspended and delisted by the Conservative Party as soon as this emerged. And all the others, that needs to happen. I can tell you as an MP, ex-MP, I'm sorry, that is the only thing that works. If you think you're going to lose your position as an MP, then you will change your behaviour. So Oliver Dowden deciding that he's going to copy what Labour achieved 25 years ago is not just late in the day, it's irrelevant in the day. You have to have condign action to clean this out and make the Commons a far more transparent working place than it is today.